Hey y'all, welcome back to I Be Knowing Shit podcast. It's me, your host, the one and only Goddess Siloam, Miss Foxy if you're nasty. Here on IBKS podcast, we dive into the mysteries of the universe and everyday life, sharing personal stories and practices to connect, educate, and inform. Get ready for mind expanding, thought provoking conversations, and enlightening insights. And we're going to have a time up in here. So take a deep breath, center yourself, and let's dive into this week's episode. What's up, y'all? Today's episode 18, is about the power of words. Let's talk about the power of words. I'm going to reference the Bible. I know that I referenced the Bible quite a few times in other episodes, and the reason that I do that, because I'm not a Christian. Y'all should know that by now. Nothing against Christians. I'm just not one. I just don't participate in religions like that. No offense to Christianity. I don't have a religion, air quotes. I just like to reference the Bible because it's an insightful book of books, right? Let's start off by talking about the book of Genesis. According to the book of Genesis, the story of Genesis is how not only the world was created, but mankind. And even if it's not true, I do believe that words are powerful and words do have the power to create and destroy. Chapter 1, verse 1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, 'Let there be light.' And there was light. God saw that light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and he called the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, 'Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water.' So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, 'Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear.' And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered water he called seas. And God saw it was good. Then God said, 'Let the land produce vegetation, seed bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds.' And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seeds in it according to their kind. And God saw it was good, and there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, 'Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on earth.' And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God sent them in the vault of the sky to give light on earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day." So this goes on and on and on until God said, "Let us make mankind in our image. Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock, and all the wild animals, and all over the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. And it goes on to verse 31. If you like to read the rest, you can, if you have a Bible, you can look at the Bible, or you can Google it. But that's the gist of it. Words are powerful. Okay? Words are a part of your life force. Words carry energy. Now, the Department of Psychology, Doon University in Dhundran, India, did research to find out if words affect the growth of plants. They did a study to test a hypothesis that positive and negative words and environments can affect plant growth and health. Now, the first plant was raised in a negative environment where it was cussed at and hollered at while growing. The second plant was raised in a positive environment where it was praised and nice things were said to it while it was growing. The results showed that positivity in the environment and positive words had a significant positive effect on plant growth. Plant seeds under the influence of positive words had a higher germination rate, and these plants grew taller, larger, healthier than the ones in a negative environment. I truly believe that this is the same for not only plants, but babies, children, and adults. This is the part of the reason I don't believe jail or prisons are rehabilitation centers or opportunity to rehabilitate. That's bullshit. It's rare that a person becomes rehabilitated or a better person in a hostile ass environment like jail or prison. And if they do, it has nothing to do with the programs of the jail or prison and nothing to do with the jail or prison itself at all. These people who do are very few people, very rare people who discover self actualization. Those are very few people who understand energy and how to transmute it, right? A great example, and don't get this confused with me saying that this is a great person because I'm absolutely not saying that. But a great example of how powerful words is, but also, according to Time magazine, this person was person of the year, Adolf Hitler. Yeah, America, y'all did that one. Y'all did y'all big one on that one. Mhm. We'll get deeper into that on a different episode. And I'll dive deeper into more of America's disgusting real history in a future episode. But for now, we gonna stick to this. But in 1933, when Adolf Hitler came into power in Germany, there was no TV broadcasting. Of course, they didn't have internet. It's 1933, but they didn't have TV either. The world's first regular television service was actually launched in 1935 in Berlin, Germany. So Hitler had already came into power before that, right? Hitler didn't have TV or the internet to help him promote his beliefs about himself and his beliefs about Jewish people or his beliefs about anything. He didn't have TV or internet to help him take control over Germany the way he did. What he did have was his words. He plastered posters all over. He did do radio broadcasting. He did public speeches, public appearances. He did things to spread propaganda to get people to believe what he believed. He knew what words to say and how to say them to get people to get on board with his beliefs and to follow him in what he was trying to do and what he did eventually. He knew how powerful words are. He had people saying "Hail Hitler" as a standard way to greet each other, and they had to greet each other in that way because he knew how powerful words are. Obviously, he knew that. Obviously, he knew that words carried energy. And even if he got people to say certain things, even if they didn't believe these things they were saying, they had to say them because somebody was going to believe it, and people did. He got these people to believe that he was this powerful man. And see what happened. See what happened once he got them to believe that. It spread like a contagious virus. Crazy. Now think about this. What are some words that you can say to yourself? Now, if this man can affect all these people, the whole fucking country, just him and his words, imagine what you can do to your own life. What are some words you can say to yourself on a daily basis that will make you feel better and that will make your life a little better or a lot better. Shit, we gonna say that'll make your life a lot better. We going big. Go big or go home. We going big. You gotta think big, bitch. You're thinking small. We going big. What are some words that you can say to yourself on a day? And you gotta say them every day. What are some words you can say to yourself on a daily basis that will make your life a lot better? I told y'all. I told y'all this before. When I walk past a mirror or anything where I can see my reflection, I always compliment myself. I'm like, damn, you cute. And I be meaning that shit. Once upon a time ago, at a point in my life, a certain point, I didn't mean it. But eventually I did. I was going through some stuff. We all go through things, and I have went through things when I did not feel beautiful and I did not feel cute. And I had to keep telling myself how beautiful and cute and intelligent I am until I believed it again. Okay? Are y'all feeling me? Are y'all getting this? Not only do I compliment myself, but I do my affirmations in the mirror. My I am affirmations, I'm big on that. And even if I don't do it in the mirror, I just do them. I make it a priority to say great things about myself every day, and I don't care how I'm feeling. I'm going to say them, and I amp myself up until I feel that they're true. All forms of words are powerful. Written, spoken, sung, sang, they all powerful. In Germany during Hitler's reign, the Nazis had concentration camps, extermination camps. The prisoners had to sing and play instruments on command. They had to sing and play instruments in the morning on their way to slave work. And they had to sing and play instruments in the evening on their way back to the concentration extermination camps. And they had to do it when someone was about to be murdered. And they had to do it when they were digging their own graves. And these not regular songs that they were singing. They had to sing songs that were used to attack their self-identities, self-concepts, and their humanity. The Nazis made these people basically form an orchestra of torture to torture themselves and to torture other prisoners. And the ones who weren't at ear range where they can hear, they played it over a loudspeaker. So they had this orchestra of torture singing and playing instruments. Like, it was a set group of people who did this. They had them playing it over loudspeakers so the entire camp can hear this going on damn near all day. In most cases, punishments or executions accompanied by music, special attention was paid to the song lyrics to create humiliation, to create humiliating situations. For instance, in July 1942, after his failed escape from Mauthausen, Hans Bonowitz was accompanied to his execution by the song called Komm Zurück. It's an adaptation of Jantindri by Dino Oliveri. It means, I will always wait for your return. Now, how fucking sick is that? Hans Bonowitz, he tried to escape. They caught him. They brought him back to the extermination camp and had him to sing this song, I will always wait for your return, while he was digging his own grave. Insane. In fucking sane. And they had other people, the prisoners, the Jewish people, they had them there watching this. And as we know, they did this to Africans, indigenous Americans, and the Caribbeans that they kidnapped, colonized, tortured, beat, forced to change their names. And by they, I mean Europeans. Because let's just be real, no white person originated in America. I mean Europeans. I don't give a fuck what part of Europe they came from. Y'all know what I mean. So they tortured and beat and forced melanated people to change their names, forget their heritage. They wasn't allowed to speak their native languages. Why? Because words are powerful and because words are affirmations of identity. Words are affirmations of beliefs. If somebody can tell you who the fuck you are, they can control your life. Nobody can tell me that I'm not beautiful. Nobody can tell me that I am not powerful. Nobody can tell me that I am not successful. They can say whatever it is they want to say out their mouth, but they're not telling me shit. And because I am who I am and I know who I am, they won't say it to my face. The fuck? What are some negative things that you said to yourself about yourself that turned into a belief? Like, have you repeated over and over, I'm fat, or I'm getting fat because you was gaining weight or you felt bloated or you thought you was getting fat, and then you look up and now your ass is actually fat. You made yourself fat. By saying that, and I know you're like, oh, well, how did words make me fat? This is how. You kept saying, I'm fat, I'm getting fat, I am getting fat. And so the universe put you in situations and put food in your damn face until you were actually fat. Words are powerful. Have you continuously repeated, I don't feel good, or I'm getting a cold, or I'm getting sick? Then a couple of days later, you actually sick, and now you saying, see, I knew I was getting sick. You made yourself sick. You conjured up that sickness, actually. Because when I was healing from cancer, I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want anybody's negative energy stopping me from healing and making shit worse. The few people I did tell personally tried to convince me to get chemo or get a mastectomy. Like, are y'all fucking crazy? Be fucking for real. No. Do y'all know who I am? Do y'all know who I actually am? You can't. I healed the natural way and I heal quickly and I feel good. I have not been back to that breast cancer treatment center. They can kiss my ass. Matter of fact, I don't want them to kiss my ass. I don't want them touching me, literally or figuratively speaking. I ain't been back. I refuse to let anybody, them, and including people I know personally, play with my life and my health. Now, I'm not saying if you have breast cancer, don't go to a doctor or don't go to a treatment center to get treated because everybody don't believe exactly what I believe. So doing exactly what I did, it ain't gonna work for them. My beliefs are strong. I had no doubt in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit that I would heal without the help of those doctors, the fucking demons, because that's what they was. Their energy was negative, and I did not go back. And I healed and did. Every single day I told myself I was getting better. Every single day I told myself I can do this. Every day I told myself I am powerful. Every day I told myself I do not have cancer. Every single day I put my hands on my breast and I said, you are healed. I did some other things because I always been a healthy eater and I'm a herbalist. So I did create some oils for my breast. And I also was taking specific herbs and vitamins that also played a part in my healing. But before I could even get to the physical stuff, because I told y'all I couldn't get off the damn floor. I wasn't even laying in my bed, I was laying on the floor. Before I can get to the physical stuff, when I did not have strength to do anything else, I used my words. What you say to yourself and about yourself is important. How you speak about your financial circumstances is very important. Because, baby, I don't spend money. I never spend money. I never say I spend money. I circulate it. I circulate it because whatever goes out is coming back in. When I'm getting ready to go to the store, I'll be back. I'm about to go circulate some money. Let me circulate these funds because whatever goes out is coming back in. Because if it keep going out and nothing's coming back in, you're gonna be broke. Baby, I circulate it. I circulate funds. Okay. You have to say things enough until they become a belief. If you're not feeling beautiful, of course, when you say I am beautiful, you won't feel it. But if you say it enough, you eventually start feeling it. And you have to say it with feeling. You have to say it with emotion. Convince yourself. It's really like playing a trick on your mind. Okay? Say it like you believe it. Even when you don't believe it in that moment. Eventually, you will. Music. It's my belief that a lot of rappers conjure up their own deaths and their own demise. They rap about death so much, and they rap about being drug addicts, and they rap about somebody shooting them or somebody shooting at them and going to jail until it actually happens. They get rich, some of them, and their whole life crumble. You would think that, oh, this person got money, they're going to change their life. They cannot change their life because they're putting a curse on their life with the stuff that they rapping about. They putting themselves in horrible situations because of the things that they are saying. And the people who continuously rap their lyrics, continuously chant those lyrics, because that's exactly what they're doing. You're chanting them. You're putting a spell on your own lives. You're putting a curse on your own lives by continuously chanting all this violence, all this negative stuff. You chanting it, you're putting a curse on your life. When you listen to certain songs and you rap them, don't you feel like you a thug and a drug dealer? Even if you not, and even if you never been. When Jeezy was a snowman, Jeezy had everybody feeling like a thug and a drug dealer, even if they wasn't. Like people was really out there, really ready to trap or die because of Jeezy. For real. That's how powerful words are, man. That's how powerful. And then words with the rhythm, with music. Oh my God. I talked about this before. It's so powerful. When I used to club and Knuck If You Buck, come on, shit, Knuck If You Buck can come on right now. And 10 out of 10. A fight. A fight was breaking out. 10 out of 10 a fight was breaking out. I have never ever been out and they played Knuck If You Buck and a fight didn't happen. A fight was gonna happen. Why? Because words are powerful. Yeah, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. I bet you I'ma do them things and haters best to think twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. In crime, I bet ain't no stopping. It be like Saddam Hussein, Hitler, and Osama bin Laden. Now they steady gun popping and I'm acting a fool. I wish a hater would get crunk up on this crime mob crew. Now enough is enough, boy. Rough and get stuck, boy. Knuck is a must, boy. Knuck if you buck, boy. Look at you. Look at you. What you doing? Just got crunk, huh? Ready to shake some dreads and some damn kinky braids you ain't even got. Point proven. And that's my point. That's my point of the entire episode. Words are powerful. Look, I just I just set up straight and I just got crunk. Shit. Words are powerful. And just like that, you can use words to change your life for good or for bad, for the better or for worse. The words that you use on a daily basis are the words that become your beliefs. And these beliefs shape your life. They create your reality. Words carry energy, remember? Now, don't get me wrong. I still listen to rap music. Yes, I do. But I don't listen to it every day. I don't listen to it for hours because I know what it does. And I only listen to a certain type of rap now. Like I stay away from drill Cause baby, y'all ain't about to be having me at my big age out here gang banging and doing all type of wild stuff. I ain't gonna do it anyway, but hey, I don't want to be put in a situation. You feel me? I don't want to attract that that energy into my life. So back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, black people, you melanated people, spoke differently. Now, I wasn't alive for most of these time periods, but I watch a lot of old movies. I love old movies. I love classic movies. I love black and white movies. I just love movies from those eras. And time has truly changed. And not just movies, I watch interviews from those eras, and I just really love the way that Black people carried themselves and the way that we spoke back then. Times have truly changed in the way that we speak, and I believe that it has had a negative connotation and a negative impact on us as a whole. It really has. If you go back and you watch interviews and you watch movies, and you listen to how Black we don't speak like that anymore. And I'm gonna practice speaking like it's 19. I just love the smoothness and the cadence of how they spoke and the calmness of how they spoke. I watched this interview and I wish I would have prepared sooner for this episode and I could have put a clip. I wanted to insert this clip, but oh my God. I didn't prepare for this episode as I should have, but I wanted to insert this clip of these young boys. They were gang bangers. They was gang members, and I think it was the 80s, and they were talking about just their gang life and stuff. But if you listen to how they speak, is so different from if you interview some gang members now. They were not aggressive. I wish I really I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do something with the next episode because I really want to insert this clip. I really want y'all to hear this. The way that they spoke versus how if you interview a group of gang members now, how they speak aggressive, loud, angry, obnoxious, fucking most of them are idiots. I'm not gonna say all of them. Idiots, vocabulary shitty, oh, terrible. Versus the ones from the interviews that I saw, and I watched a couple of them, and I remember one of the interviews was a group of really little boys. They were so cute and young, but them they had guns, and it was like early 90s, I think, late 80s, early 90s, and they were in Cabrini Green projects and they just spoke so well. And the interviewer was asking them why did they carry guns, and they was like, "Well, we carry them. It's not that we want to carry guns, but we carry them because we have to protect ourselves. Because if somebody comes on our territory and they have guns, then what are we gonna do? You would never get that response from somebody in a gang now." And also during this interview, they were really young. I think the oldest one was probably 14 and the youngest one was probably 8 or 9. During the interview, they spoke one at a time. They let each other talk, try to interview a bunch of gangbangers now. Them niggas gonna be hollering, they gonna be rowdy, they gonna be flashing guns. These little boy wasn't flashing their guns. One of them took his gun out and showed the interviewer, but they wasn't flashing them, they wasn't loud. It's just so different. It's so different. Words are so powerful. The way you speak is powerful. The way that you allow people to speak to you. You cannot control what people say, but also you don't have to listen and you don't have to be around them. And if you're in a situation like I was speaking about earlier, people in jail, people in prison, they don't have a choice but to be in that environment when they're in that environment. I'm not talking about the decision they made or didn't make to be there. While they're in that environment, they don't have a choice to be there. So if somebody is talking crazy to them, a CO or another inmate or whatever, their choice, their option, because everybody has an option in every situation. You may not like the options, but options are always there. Their option and their best option is to transmute their energy. Transmute that energy. Not let it consume them, not let that energy become their energy. Okay. Once again, I know this is a short episode, but once again, I appreciate y'all listening and tuning in. We'll meet here again next week. I don't want to say what next week's episode is going to be about because I might change it. Now that I thought about, I should have inserted that clip. I might change it. So I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. And also, people are thieves. So if you're going to steal my ideas and you're going to steal my content subjects, you're going to steal it after I already talked about it, bitch. Thank y'all for listening. Yay, we made it to the end. Woo, woo. I really want to thank y'all for tuning in and for being a part of I Be Knowing Shit Podcast Tribe. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly hope there was something useful you took away from it. Don't pass up the opportunity to let me know what you think by leaving a rating and review on the podcast platform you're listening from. And be sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss a beat. You can always download this and any other episode and listen to it at a later time. For more content, join me on TikTok, IG, and YouTube at I Be Knowing Shit. So, before I let you go, honey, did you know that you can leave me a voice note? All you gotta do is go to Spotify Podcast, click on I Be Knowing Shit profile, and hit message to send a voice note. There you can let me know what you think about the show, give your input, and leave suggestions for future topics. That's it. We meet again next week. Y'all come back now, you hear?